Once again, elections have consequences. Again, you hear me talk about an issue that faces my community, the government, and of course the corrupt mainstream media. To all my friends, the many subscribers, and the many people who support my videos, I want to say thank you. Without your support, I wouldn't be doing this. Again, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this issue that's been on the news and what's been going on with President Barack Obama and the Congress itself. We had this election, the midterm elections went off with a success. The Republican Party now has control of the House of Representatives. My congressman, the Minority Leader John Boehner, will now be the next Speaker of the House. The Democrats failed to capture the independents, the women, the white working class voters, the African Americans, the Hispanic Latino Americans, the gay, lesbian, bisexual, transgendered, and many other demographics where it would have helped them at least secure the House of Representatives. So far, the Democrats have a bare hold on the U.S. Senate. Harry Reid, the Senate Majority Leader, will continue to hold post of that group, and the Democrats are trying to scramble for what they had just gotten, a shellacking, as President Obama would call it. Many of the conservatives who've been watching my videos, or even some of those Republican or Libertarian people who've been watching my videos, were gloating and, of course, attacking me, and those who support my videos and those who claim that I'm quote unquote a liberal, communist, socialist, race baiter, whatever. For all this name calling and all these attacks, now it's time for your asses to work. Put up or shut up. The Republicans had a strong noise machine. They had talk radio, Fox News, internet blogs. They had YouTube videos from some of the most outrageous commentators. Some of them even watch my videos, and some of them even make videos complaining about how I make my videos. But yet, once again, the conservatives, the Republican Party, have won. Rand Paul, Marco Rubio, those are Tea Party candidates. They ended up becoming U.S. senators. We'll see how they do. Whether they get caught up in the establishment, as most Republicans are known now as, or they'll become what they promised to be, Tea Party candidates. Sarah Palin's influence has gotten stronger. Her daughter's on Dancing with the Stars. And everywhere I go, I hear more talk about Sarah Palin and less talk about President Barack Obama and his achievements and also his failures. Of course, many of the Republicans hope to God that he can be defeated in 2012. They're lining up Mitt Romney, Mike Huckabee, Sarah Palin, and possibly Newt Gingrich. The thing here with me is personal. When I asked, I want something done about the economy. I don't care who's in charge of this. I want something done so we can put all Americans back to work and everybody can at least live with peace and harmony. Unfortunately, we live in a country where civil discourse has gone too far. We get outrageous comments from people who don't agree with me. We get the talk about plantations and slavery to some certain group, or we get the ignorance of white supremacists on my page trying to call me everything out of the book. My personal belief is that our country will succeed in life. We still have a long way to go before we can ever mend the fences between race, gender, sexuality, nationality, religion, political standings, economic standings. We got a long way to go. President Obama had became this lightning rod for some of the most outrageous ilk to come from the right. And even the left can't even help him in some of the things he's gotten himself into. I mean, his extreme left base wants things done quicker. They want more things passed and more things being pushed out through the systematic of Congress. Congress takes time to do these things. And this filibustering from the Republicans and some of the conservative Democrats who were opposed to some of that stuff, well, that shit didn't work. Some of the conservative Democrats were defeated handily. Even if they would have supported it, it would have been better they supported it than disappointingly not support it. They would have still had a seat. And despite all the talk from conservative talk radio or Fox News or the internet blogs, it seems like they're now in the driver's seat. They are now trying to defeat President Obama's healthcare reform. They're going to try to repeal banking reform. I don't know what they're going to do with equal pay for women or what's going to happen with this stimulus plan. But however, what's going to happen is that they're going to put a monkey wrench in the president's agenda. And then when 2012 comes, they'll try to line up a conservative candidate. Hopefully not too conservative, but a conservative candidate nonetheless to take on the president. The president presents himself as more of a left of center type of president. He's not a liberal as you would put it, but he's more progressive than most of the other presidents that were Democrats at least. Most of the Democrats came from the South, like Lyndon B. Johnson, Jimmy Carter, and Bill Clinton. It's been a long time before they had a Democrat from the North. The one thing that Republicans court on are white voters. The more minorities join the Democratic Party, the more whites become Republicans. That's been the Southern strategy from decades. For over 40 years, since Richard Nixon had protracted this, is that the best way to get voters is ignore the city, work in the suburbs, work in the rural areas. Many of these people who live in the rural areas or live in the suburbs are more concerned about kitchen table issues and even social economic issues, which means like farm aid or what's going on with abortion and gay rights. All that stuff is controversial. But yet, if a conservative candidate can sway a voter, they'll vote right for him. And since the Democrats failed in trying to get this economy back on the right track, the Republicans now have a chance to do it. And my Congressman John Boehner, who's been in there since 1995, congratulations. Congratulations also to John Kasich, the former congressman, former Fox News host. He will now be the next Ohio governor. You know, I'd really want to say something positive about what's going on with the Republican Party. I mean, the best thing I can do is say I wish them well. The only thing I can say is that for all the economic mess that former President George W. Bush and establishment Republicans like Congressman Boehner or Senator McConnell, you get screwed regardless. Whether there's a Tea Party candidate in there or not, they're going to become establishment Republicans. So don't get your hopes up, Tea Party fans. They're going to screw you just about as much as the Democrats screwed their base. So for those who are watching, thank you once again for viewing me, and you know the rest.